Well, hello Libra, and welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Libra from the 14th of June through the 20th. And yes, I realize that this reading is a couple of days late, just getting back from my daughter's college graduation. So, my apologies for being a little bit tardy. But the majority of the energies, as usual, are going to happen on the weekend. Let me just refer to my notes really quickly just to make sure I have everything penned down the way that it needed to go. Yes, the 17th, which is, let me just confirm on my calendar, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So on the 17th, we have the first quarter moon in Virgo, and that is really talking about practicality. So Libra has been in the energies for the past couple of days. Really trying to level out and even things out as far as all the energies that we've experienced from all of the different retrogrades. And when Virgo goes into this, you know, when we have this quarter moon in Virgo, what it's really talking about is being practical, being grounded with some of those airy-fairy kind of energies that have popped out, right? And that's going to be necessary. The universe always ebbs and flows. So as per usual, we're going to go ahead and use the Sacred Geometry deck in order to pull the base theme and energy for our Libras here. We're going to go in with a couple of different cards from the Thought Tarot deck, and we're going to pull a few from the past. Nope, not all of them, please. Past several days, past energy up until now. And then we're going to dig into the actual read itself. It is definitely this card. Ooh. We have the Phoenix. Take hold. Inevitable change, right? This is card 9. This is a master energy right here. The master energy is talking about changing with the tide. You're almost at the end of an old cycle. It's like the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Almost very Scorpio energy. So there's some of you that potentially have Scorpio in your chart where you're right on the cusp, for sure. Inevitable change. So take hold of everything that's for you. This has all of the platonic solids that are sitting here. Again, the Phoenix is rising against the Merkaba, being enveloped with universal grace. So that is the master's theme for what it is that we have going on. Let's go ahead and get into the energy of prior energy for our Libras. Past energy up until now. Sun, moon, and rising. Not 100% of everything that I'm going to read is going to resonate with every single one of you. So please make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising to get a full picture. Okay. Prior energies that are coming up that are still obviously in your energy field. We have the Prince of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Six of Swords. So taking these individually, and I will clarify. Prince of Cups. Basically the energy of trying to bring some sort of an emotional circumstance to the fruition so that you can navigate through it. The Seven here is very powerful energy. Seven of Wands. This card is titled Valor for a reason. Libra, you're able to manage all of the different energies. This is heavy Leo energy. This is also a lot of Mars energy. So a lot of aggressive, if you will. Balancing this Prince of Cups, trying to manage that energy here is very honest and open and fluid. One of these days I'll get that right on target. But Seven of Swords energy is really sticking to your high ground is really what this is. And so the universe says valor because you did things to the highest and utmost level when you were going through this traumatic change. And then we have the Six of Swords. What I love about this card, it's titled Science. So Libra, balancing those scales to be able to navigate as beautifully as you could to get past troubled times and get towards this unification moment. I'm going to see if you guys can't like zoom in on that piece right here, because this is really positive energy, like really being revered for how you had to go through some of those pieces. Coming out of troubled waters, traveling with Aquarius at that moment, and Mercury. Traveling through Aquarius and Mercury. That's exactly what that is. So those are the past energies that possibly could still be present in what's getting ready to show up for you here in this upcoming week. But we're going to go ahead and clarify a couple of these cards. And I really want to stick to this Valor, the Seven of Wands energy, and see what other information needs to come out for our Libras. Moon, awareness, intuition, knowingness, staying in the path and receiving the content that you needed to be able to receive. You migrated a very serious situation, and you did it with flying colors. We have the Chariot card that is in the reverse position here, and that doesn't mean that the Chariot isn't here for you. This major big Sagittarius energy. But what it does mean is that there's an awareness from, you know, this God taking a look at this Chariot energy that's here at this particular moment, going, yeah, this is going to turn. It's going to turn because you deserve it, and it's coming up. Let's hit this Science card. Let's hit the Six of Swords. Blessings beyond blessings beyond blessings. Guidance. Taking the guidance that was given to you. The other word that's coming out is redemption. So I need to be able to say that. So we go from the Prince of Cups, the very beginning of a emotional moment. And even though the King of Cups is in the reverse position, not at all in his element, not comfortable, not able to communicate, not able to be fluid with his movement. Let's hit another card with that King of Cups. Eight of Swords, mini devil energy, internal stinking thinking. Going from the Six of Cups here, going through a huge monumental emotional moment, like the king of all emotions, basically, right? To an Eight of Swords moment, being able to lift yourself out of doubt and just all that mental energy and chatter about, was this the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I do enough? Removing yourself, releasing yourself from that energy. And then going into the Hermit. The Hermit teaches us very fluid Aquarius but Virgo energy to take a minute, take a step back, take that knee. And you were able to free yourself by doing this, by going in for a minute and realizing kind of what was at stake for you. So those are prior energies. We're going to go ahead and put those back into the deck, and we're going to focus on what the remainder of this week has to say. And if those cards happen to come back out, then obviously the universe wanted to be able to speak to those in a different way. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Of course, if this particular read does not resonate with you, you need to make sure that you're taking a look at your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising, and your North Node to receive everything that you need to be able to receive. Tower moment. A surprise. That's Mars energy for sure. Okay? Towers are surprises, and people get freaked out about the towers, but the thing about it is that the towers come into play in order to clear your energy. A wall has to be broken somewhere, and given time, it will build back up in a more magnificent way, really. I think this card is actually telling me that there was a little bit of awareness of the previous situation. You kind of knew. Libras are naturally born into their empath skills, but very much into their to their knowingness. So we have the Prince of Wands that presents itself in the reverse position at this particular moment. It's fire and it's passion. You lost a little bit of passion with the surprise that came through, or so it seems. But never to fear, because now the Prince of Discs is here. Taurus energy for sure. Empress is smiling on you, being in your element to a certain extent. Prince of Discs, bringing forth a new promise of new physical, tangible, touchable things. Working your way through it. We have the Victory card that shows up in the reverse position, so that's kind of a downgrade from the prior card in one sense, but we'll do some clarifiers on this one. This is also Leo energy, and this is Jupiter's influence coming through here. So let's talk about what's getting ready to happen on the 20th. On the 20th, we have a couple of main things that are going on, right? We have solstice. We have Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all those that celebrate and whatever you participate in as far as supporting the divine masculine. And Jupiter is going to be turning some things around for sure. The other thing that happens to go on in this particular day is we start the beginning of Cancer season. And that's kind of a big deal. This is trepidation, the pairing of the Prince of Discs with this Victory card in the reverse position. It's trepidation. It's not going to happen, but notice that the two wands are in the reverse position here. Never to fear, because look who's here. Aquarius, the star. Things had to happen. This tower had to fall in order to bring something to you. Okay? This major Aquarius energy is pouring everything that you needed to heal from all of the fire energy that's here with this tower, which kind of puts you at a low position with this Prince of Wands in the reversed position. Prince of Discs is here. Like I said, Empress energy is all over you. Venus is taking care of you here. You only have to see this. You only have to see what you'd put into the situation that is providing this new victorious moment. You don't see it at this particular minute, but it's there. But you understand. You've got the Ten of Wands. There was an oppression that was going on with you. There was a burden that you carried for a really long time. But it's a 10. It's the end. It's done. There's a new start. Aquarius is going to see to that. What is it that you've been wishing for? New job, new love, new car, new puppy. Wishes granted here. Everyone goes through a 10 of Swords moment in their life, and everyone goes through a 10 of Wands moment in their life. They're teachable moments. You go from oppression to the 9 of coin, 9 of discs, gain, redeveloping your sense of independence. This is Venus and Virgo energy at this particular moment. Steady, steady, grounded, earthen energy. This is fantastic. This is great. We're going to take a minute. We're going to take a look at the bottom of the deck. Three of Cups. This card is also titled Abundance. Threes are expansion. Threes are the beginnings of new things. This is Cancerian energy, right on time. With the energy of Mercury. So Mercury retrograde put havoc on a lot of people, but Mercury retrograde was what was necessary for you, Libra. Okay, so abundance is coming. We're going to put that off to the side. And I want to dig in for just a minute. And I want to clarify for sure this Prince of Wands in the reverse position. Normally the Thought Tarot deck is not meant to be read in the reverse position, but I'm leaving them there so that we can discuss both sides of the coin. Sorry, there's that Chariot card that popped back out. And I'll be damned if that Moon card didn't pop back out. You saw me shuffle. Yeah. You're still holding on to something. And what you're holding on to is this Queen of Wands energy, this entrepreneurial energy. So somebody lost a job, somebody lost a position, somebody had a downgrade, somebody had something that took away their spark. And it affected you. You lost a lot of sleep over it. Four of Swords energy in the reverse position. Fighting the sleep in one sense. These are just repeating at this particular moment. Yeah, the Emperor in the reverse position, not necessarily being or feeling as though that you could take control over the situation. But the Emperor in the reverse position said there wasn't anything that you could do. Now, these are all repeating at this particular moment, but I'm going to go through them. Started with this Tower moment, okay? But never to fear, because the Aquarius card is here, Star. It's something that you needed to have happen for something that you wanted. Now, what I find interesting, where they're asking me to go with this one at this particular moment, is this Six of Wands in the reverse position, that Victory card. You're not feeling it, but your guides want you to understand that this is something that is here for you. Six of Wands, your galactic team is here. There was a choice that had to be made. No wrong choices when the Two of Wands comes up. As long as you make a choice. You made a choice. You made a decision to do something. So now get ready for this. Eight of Wands, very fast communication, a lot of messages coming in. And we also have the Two of Swords. Some people read this as crossroads and challenges between making a decision. It's not so much that, as much as mentally, when you know that you've made the choice that you have to make is between your head and your heart. There's got to be this balance point, okay? So that the two can become one, like the Ace of Swords that needs to be there. So there's no time for dilly-dallying or waffling. Make the decision and be strong in knowing that you made the right decision, okay? We're going to hit the Star card. What is it that Libra had going on here? Can you give me a couple more cards? Any other insight? Thank you. Six of Pentacles. Balance, especially when it comes to receiving what it is that you put out, that ebb and that flow. What you give, you receive, okay? You're putting a lot of time and energy into something, you want that back. But what the Six of Pentacles also says is that there's a bonus of something that you weren't even expecting coming, more than what you expected, based on all the traumatic stuff that you had to go through. Karmic decisions or not, you're going to be well compensated. Ten of Wands, what's this about? The Fool energy, Neptunian energy. Being released from something so that you can step forward in a new direction. And be the Fool. Fresh starts, fresh beginnings. Youthful enthusiasm about something new that you want to do. And then we get to this independent moment with this Nine of Discs. What do we want to say about this Nine of Discs? Nine of Cups. This independence is going to be able to provide you with everything that it is that you wanted. So the universe is telling you that, for lack of a better term, this was a situation that was set up in your favor. And the victory is because you feel sad about the way things went down, but not the fact that it had to go down. You wanted to be more in control about how the decision was made. You can't always do that. Your spirit guides are here to help force the decision. And now that that's happened, communication is just on point. You just have to get in alignment with that, again, between your head and your heart. And it's going to be a fantastic thing. Let me go back to my notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything else. So when summer solstice happens for everyone, it really is a time to go within and be more aligned with spirit. And a lot of it has to do with gratitude for the things that you do have, but it also has to do with setting your plans in motion for the remainder of the year. And if you were able to take advantage of that solar eclipse that we just happened, not only did you set it for 30 days, you set it well into the future for 6 months. Okay? You're well going to be taken care of. So take hold. 999. You're at the end of an old cycle. You're this close for it to completely shift in your favor. Everything that you want wants you. Okay? That's gorgeous energy. I'm going to go in with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and we're going to pull a couple of cards here. See what else we can find out for our Libra. Spiritual enlightenment. There's a graduation for some of you that are coming forward from a spiritual perspective. This fog needed to clear so that you could open up, and I'm talking more about your crown chakra, your third eye, your crown, your soul star, to be able to receive more information, especially for those of you that are high priestess. Okay? Spiritual entrepreneur, Reiki masters, crystal healers. It's time for you to have broken out of this corporate chaos and tower into something else that is more in alignment with who you are. Ostentation. Taurus energy again, with the energy of Saturn. Okay. Google it. It's gorgeous. So again, we have the sun in Virgo, grounding energy, grounded energy. This situation is going to completely improve your health. Mind, body, spirit. Take hold. Inevitable change. I'm going to put that one right there. It's important to be able to see. What else do we have for our Libra? We're going to take them. Endurance. The sun again in Scorpio. Rising out of the ashes. Scorpio energy, in a sense. Companionship. Moon in Libra. There's strength in numbers. There's an opportunity for you to be involved now more with like-minded individuals. Doesn't matter what it is that you do, even if it's not spiritual work. There's something that you like to do that gives you peace and happiness. And that is what it is that you should be focusing on. Where you've been challenged before is also the sun in Libra. Harmony. Trying to find this energy. Negotiation. Libra and Jupiter energy. You don't have to negotiate anything at this particular moment. You just have to negotiate with yourself. Independence. So this is Moon and Aquarius energy right here. You will have this coming for you. Okay? I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Excuse me, the Lightworker Oracle deck. Beg your pardon. Oh, they said show the bottom of the deck from the clarifiers. 8 of Cups in reverse. You're supposed to move on. Don't second guess it. Because, again, abundance is here for you. More than you ever thought possible. It's the beginning of something. It's the beginning of a new cycle for you. It's coming. It's on its way. Trust me, it's there. Absolutely right on target. Okay, so Lightworker Oracle deck, we're going to take a card and we're going to read a small passage. I don't do Bible verses. Yea, that I walk through the shadow of the valley of death. Somebody needed to hear that. There's something on the other side of that for you. Death, Scorpio energy, the phoenix taking flight. That's meaningful for someone. Hello, grounding. Practicality with this Virgo energy that comes through. 6, grounding. This is also gratitude energy. This is gratitude for the things, again, that you have. and the things that are coming forward to you. Act as if energy, right? Card 15. Here is what this book has to say. Let me just put on the old lady glasses here. You long for the free and open worlds of spirit and light, yet you also yearn to experience the healing power and divine joy of sacred sound and living color. You are meant to bring joy, beauty, and comfort to this world, to share the spiritual light. To do so, you need grounding. Your dreams want you just as much as you want them. What you want wants you. Grounding helps you bring your dreams to life in your world for the benefit of many. So in order for you to be able to bring down this higher knowledge, this higher light, you've got to be anchored so that you can spread it out just a little bit. You can't be all up in the air all the time. You're doing your earth walk, you got to put your toes on the ground. So earth, walking outside bare feet, going to the beach, feet in sand, sitting next to a tree. Grounding can be very simple as far as breathing, right? It could also be music that you listen to kind of bring you down a little bit, help you focus, find that center of balance. Again, that bringing it into one between your head and your heart. Taking a bath. Grounding for some people is very immersing yourself in those water energies. Lots of different things that you can do to get grounded. I'm pretty sure that when I pull this card, it's going to talk about pyrite. That's the first thing that comes to my brain when you happen to bring up some of those different types of grounding stones. But that's that one. But since we're in there, let's go ahead and take a look and see what 9 has to say. This is such good energy. This is such a beautiful and gorgeous change. The mantra, should you want to take advantage of this. I am able to build firm foundations in my life while remaining balanced and harmonized in my everyday life. I am able to build firm foundations in my life while remaining balanced and harmonized in my everyday life. Grounding. I am able to build firm foundations in my life while maintaining balanced and harmonized while remaining balanced and harmonized in my everyday life. And so it is. I gaffed on it a little bit. The phoenix, this mythical bird here, has the ability to consciously consume itself in flames when it knows death is imminent, and then rise again from those very same ashes, coming out stronger and better for the experience of it. When we open ourselves up to a more conscious level, living in a 3-dimensional body in our 5th-dimensional frequencies, we learn to create the transformation needed in the time that we are here to make not only our lives better, but that of the world in which we're living. We are being able to see our unlimited potential. And should you want to take advantage of any crystal medicine, they're suggesting garnet, manganese calcite, Tiffany stone, Shiva lingam, golden apatite, pyrite. So Libra, that's what I have for you for this particular week. If you were able to resonate, make sure that you give it a like, share, subscribe, comment below. How does this work for you? Tell me if there's situations that you've had that are very similar to what it is that I've described here. If it didn't, again, make sure that you are taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising and your north node to put a full developed story together for you. If you would like to take advantage of a personal one-to-one session with me, all the information that you need is in the description box below. And with that, Libra, I want to say have a very good weekend. Happy Father's Day again. And we will talk to you next week. Bye for now.